a long time for me to realize that my hobby in gaming and in esports would become a full-fledged career, let alone me earning money from it. It started about 10 years ago in 2012 when I had finished my university degrees in history rather and journalism. And I wanted to write about traditional sports, but I found that all very, very intimidating. So I ended up trying to write about esports because that was something that with gaming had been so important to me since I was a little girl. So I took my first steps there. And for a year there, it was really touch and go. I wasn't really earning any money, but I was really loving what I did. And then when I got my first full-time contract with ESL in 2013 is when I realized, okay, I can earn a living with this. And then when I got to be on the stage of the Staples Center in 2013, that's when I really thought, oof, things are happening and this is going to be my career for a long time. Yeah, so as I was figuring out after university what I wanted to do and figured out that maybe I could write articles about League of Legends and about gaming, I reached out to a couple of outlets including SK Gaming, and they immediately said, sure, you can write articles with us. That's amazing. And after I was working for them for a couple of months, they actually asked me if I wanted to do on-camera work. First, I thought, no, but because they trusted in me, I decided to give it a try anyway, and I got to travel to some of the coolest events in the world, like DreamHack in Sweden and OGN back then, the Korean League of Legends Championship in Seoul. And because of their opportunities, I was able to get interviews, exclusive interviews with a lot of the professional players, and also of scenes that we weren't so familiar with, like the South Korean scene. And that gave my career a huge boost. And I hope it also gave their content a huge boost. But that's really where it all started. The industry has developed tremendously in the last 5 years. It's really incredible. I've of course been here for 10 years, but if we take the bigger picture, since 1999 when I was playing Unreal Tournament, and it's incredible. I think mainly kind of the amount of sponsors that have given their trust now to esports, that have decided that it's a worthwhile investment, and also the fact that those sponsors have changed from kind of just being brands that wanted to be part of the movement because it was taking off, possibly for just financial gain, into long-term partners and sponsors that are here for the right reasons because they believe that esports is a scene that is as valuable as the movie industry, as the gaming industry as a whole, as the sports industry, and that it creates a fandom that is definitely equal to, for instance, big football teams. I think they have recognized that also the interaction that the fans have that goes directly to the players and the organizations is something that is to be aspired to. And yeah, for the rest, there's just been an extreme professionalization on each aspect of the scene. And speaking for what I do, which is working on productions, also from the production side, I mean, the Riot Games broadcast is an Emmy Award-winning broadcast, right? The productions are led with so much professionalism and great producers and great ideas that want to drive the business forward. That it's been really, really great to see, especially also in the last couple of years, how esports has just done its own thing and done different content from the traditional content and still made it work. And the fans like that a lot. I would describe Germany definitely a hub for esports between Berlin and Cologne. There are a lot of gaming companies that have their, that have parts of their companies in these cities, as well as huge major esports productions being led from Cologne and Berlin. Riot Games, Freaks for You in Berlin. I think Epic Games also has an office here. Cologne still has that ESL hub, and hopefully when the pandemic finally dies down, we get to be back in the Lanxess Arena in Cologne. But generally, yeah, there's a lot going on in Germany. Also, in terms of kind of professional organizations that come from Germany that are doing very, very well in different scenes, as well as individual players, as well as huge streamers. So yeah, I would definitely say Germany is a hub. I decided to settle down in Berlin out of necessity because Riot Games moved their studio here from Cologne. And to be completely honest, if I could choose, I would still be in Cologne. It is closer to my home country in Belgium. And I definitely miss Cologne's vibe overall, but I live in Berlin for work. And yeah, you have to say it's a wonderful city to be in. Now that finally the new airport is done, it's a bigger pleasure to go to the airport for sure. Also, it's just such a multicultural and interesting city where there's so much to do and there's so much great food to eat. And don't let the Americans hear that, because they often tell me, oh, the food in America is so much better than Berlin. And I'm like, no way. Like, Berlin has such amazing diverse cuisines that you can taste, as well as the culture that you can get here, the theaters and the museums and everything. It is a pretty great place to live. Yeah. I don't know. If you had asked me 10 years ago, I would have said, okay, I'm starting in esports because maybe then I want to transfer into traditional sports. But now this is it. This is where I want to stay. Esports is booming. Esports is amazing. Esports is professional. And some of the traditional sports broadcasts could learn a thing or two from esports. So I'm in it for the long haul.